I'm Stephen Mulhern, and this is Tricky TV. And this is the Tricky Team.
With awesome magic skills, it's Steve and Nazim. Wickedly talented, it's Connor and Casey. Brilliant and smart, it's Daniel and Georgia. Clever at magic and funny too, it's Lewis and Sky.
And they're all here to amaze and amuse you.
In today's show, do you believe people can really bend spoons without touching them? Nazim can. Is it true that money makes money? Steve shows us how. Could you draw this without ever lifting the pen from the paper? Daniel's betcha has them going round in circles. How does Georgia tie her shoelaces with no hands? And in our wicked wind-up, we're at an antiques fair where a priceless vase is on display. And guess what happens?
I'll tell you what, it's going to be a great show, brought to you by the Tricky Team.
It's Secret Circle time, where we show you the secret behind a great trick so you can do it too. Here's Steve with some money.
A tricky banknote.
They say money makes money.
Money makes money.
Yeah, I just said that.
I know, so did I, but it really is true. Money does make money.
Great trick, Steve. Let's see that again. From nowhere, Steve makes a coin appear. Brilliant. It's a great trick, but how does it work with an audience? We went to find some holiday makers to try it out for real.
And just like that, a coin completely appears. There you go. Oh, please, thank you. Appear. There you go. Oh, thank you.
Can you come and do that to me?
Give a click on a coin, will completely appear.
And if you want money to make money for you too, then it won't be long before we tell you the secret.
Cheers.
We've come down the market to set a challenge.
It's another great betcha, and this time it's Daniel who can't wait to try it out. When he shows you the secret, you'll be able to beat the challenge and win. So if anyone says, I betcha you can't, you can say, I betcha I can.
OK, ladies and gentlemen, here I have a pen and a piece of paper. The challenge is this. Can you draw a circle with a cross like this without taking the pen off the paper? I bet you can't. Draw a circle and a cross. You can't take the pen off the paper.
No, the cross has to be separate from the circle. What have I just said?
Unfortunately, it has to look like that. Now, here's the cross. The cross has to be in the middle.
What?
Myself.
If you do it like that, then take the paper away.
Nope, you have to keep the paper.
This really does seem impossible.
Drawing a circle with a cross in the middle. And not taking the pen off the paper.
Oh, clever idea, but a cheat. Come on, Daniel, tell them how it's done.
To draw a cross in the middle of a circle without taking your pen off the paper, first, you need to fold the paper about a quarter of the way along.
You never told them they could fold the paper.
They never asked. Then, you draw the cross on one side of the paper, then go back onto the other fold. Then, you draw half of the circle, take the fold off, and draw the rest of the circle. And I didn't take my pen off the paper.
Very clever, Daniel. So if anyone ever says, I bet you can't, you can.
The paper, and there you have a circle with a cross.
Very good.
When you're carrying something big and heavy, you have to be careful you don't trip up. And that's what'll happen if your shoelaces are undone. There's nowhere to put this parcel down. So how's Georgia going to tie up that shoelace? No problem if you can do magic. Just give them a little shake. And you're okay to carry on. Here's Sky in a toy shop, the perfect place for a clever trick. This heap of building blocks might give you an idea of what's about to happen. She's given this a lot of thought, but I think she's had an idea. It's gonna be good. Watch those blocks as Sky covers them with a tricky card. Prepare for a big surprise. The blocks are now in a neat stack. Very nice. I suppose you're wondering how she did it. Well, later on we'll show you how Sky managed to do the impossible with those building blocks. Also to come in today's Wicked Wind-Up, how will the public react when a priceless vase gets smashed? And they get the blame.
That lady with the red shirt knocked over your vase!
If you thought spoon bending was a myth, can the zine change your mind? And how can KC be there one moment and here the next before our very eyes? We're at the country show for a wicked wind-up. We set up an exhibition of all things antique and expensive, people think. In actual fact, everything's fake, especially the vase in the middle of the room. It's actually made of wax, so it'll break in a dramatic style. But the tricky team will blame everyone else in the room. So, in come our victims unaware of our hidden cameras. And here comes the tricky team, running around to give them a smashing shock. Yep, now they're going to give our victims the blame.
Woman knocked your vase over, mate! That lady with the red shirt knocked over your vase!
He's not impressed.
Mate. Knocked over your vase? Let's go.
See, you shouldn't mess about around valuable antiques.
I broke your vase!
Forget me!
Yeah, I'll get you.
Forget me!
Mate, I broke your vase!
I broke it!
You broke the vase?
I think he's in shock.
Yeah, he broke it.
It's in here!
Yeah, he broke it. We're only joking. It's a joke, guys. If you like to look at the screen, it will explain all.
Hello, Stephen Mulhern here. Don't worry about the vase. It was completely fake. You've just been caught out on one of our wicked wind-ups, and you're now on Tricky TV. We filmed your face with our hidden cameras when the vase smashed. It was very funny.
All in all, it was a smashing good day. A while ago, you saw Sky do a really neat trick when she made a tray of building blocks into a neat stack in just a few seconds. So, is it magic? Well, not quite. Just one sneaky thing. We filmed the whole trick in reverse. Let's show you what really happened. Sky gives us the thumbs up as if she's just done a great trick. In fact, she hasn't done anything yet. She places the screen in front of the neat building blocks and at the same time she knocks them over. She wiggles her fingers as if she's doing some magic, removes the screen to show a pile of blocks, and then gets up and walks backwards to the door. But in reverse, it looks amazing. Nice backwards work there, Sky. Running a film backwards is always a laugh, but that's just plain weird.
Here's that's tricky.
Here's Connor.
Hello, okay. So, got normal pack of cards, yeah? Mm-hmm. Cool. So, I'm going to ask you to tell me when to stop.
Stop.
There. Okay, have a look at that card. Show it to everyone. Then let me see it.
It's the Two of Hearts.
Place it back into the pack.
Yeah.
Now watch this. Okay, we'll take it.
Now, Connor picks up some glitter and sprinkles it on his arm.
And one card has appeared.
It is the Two of Hearts.
Is that your card?
Yes, it is.
Here at the Tricky TV headquarters, we're always on the lookout for the strange things in life. Wonderful things and things that are just weird. Bending spoons is a classic magic trick and is usually a cheat. Nazim is in the trick development lab with the real thing.
I'm holding it at one end and I'm going to gently lower it into the glass.
Look at that, it's amazing. You saw the spoon bend in front of your very eyes. It wasn't a normal teaspoon. This part is made from something called memory metal. When the spoon was made, it was actually made bent like this.
When it's cold, you can straighten it out and it stays straight.
But when the spoon is warm, it always goes back to its original shape. So if you dip it into some warm water, it bends. What a memory. Metal that remembers. The amazing tricky spoon bending trick. Earlier in the show, you saw Steve make money from money. A great little trick that amazed the crowds.
A coin will completely appear. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So, to discover the secret, we need to go behind Steve. Steve is holding the note, but now you can see he has a coin being held by his right thumb. So, how does Steve show both hands empty? Well, watch. Steve first shows his left hand empty and then curls the note, and as he does, he puts the coin under his left thumb. And then he shows his right hand empty. He does this a few times to convince everyone he has nothing in his hands and that there can be nothing behind the note. Then he simply wraps the note around the coin like this. All that remains to do is to tip out the coin into his hand, and bingo.
Money really does make money.
Indeed it does, Steve. And here is a tricky tip. When you're showing your hands empty by moving the coin from side to side, make sure you do this nice and slow, because otherwise it does look suspicious. And of course, you don't have to use money. You could always just use a piece of paper. Works just as well. So grab yourself a coin and impress your friends, because you are part of the secret circle. Here at Tricky TV headquarters, we love seeing the videos of you doing tricks at home. Let's take a look at one of them now.
Here's Matthew from Sleaford with his family and a very clever card trick. He asks each of them to pick a card and show them to the camera. The Jack of Diamonds, there's the Jack of Spades, and the Three of Clubs.
Okay, thank you. Can I have your card, please? Thank you. And your card. And your card. Okay, so I've got your cards in the deck at random places. Now what I'll do is I'll cut them into the deck. I'll shuffle them again. And then, once again, I'll cut them. First of all, your card there. Is that your card? Is it your card?
Yes.
Yep, that's right. The Jack of Diamonds.
Over here is your card out of my pocket, and then bam, the deck disappears bar one card.
Yes, nice one, Matthew. It is the Jack of Spades, and there is the Three of Clubs.
Whoa! Woo!
Casey is trying to work out how she can be in two places at the same time.
Yes, and I'm also going to try and do the fastest trick possible.
Well, it sounds great, so off we go. So Casey's going over to the picnic table. Now watch what she does next. Ready, Casey? Wow, that was quick. She's gone, but the big question is, can she get from there to here? Something's happening for sure.
I'm back.
You did it. Nice one, Casey. It's a great trick, worth seeing again. Casey covers the solid metal table with a large cloth. She then walks away to another table 50 metres away. She lifts the cloth and completely disappears. You can see under the table, so where's she gone? Then, quite spookily, a solid shape appears above a solid metal table and starts to materialise in front of our eyes.
I'm back.
And she makes it look so easy.
Nice work, team. Another great show. And next time on Tricky TV...
What is this magical liquid that makes things sink? Lewis has another impossible betcha, but can they really do it without cheating? Now Steve's lost his bowling ball, how can he magic up another from nowhere? How can Nazim solve this knotty problem which amazes everyone? Keep your eye on the bottle. How do you think Sky does this? And in our wicked wind-up, will our unsuspecting victims ever spot what we're doing to them?
I'll tell you what, looks like it's going to be another great show. But now, let's take a look at some of our absolute favourite bits from today's show.
That woman knocked your vase over, mate!
These things are great. They break so easily.
Ah! That's a real one! Just kidding. Now that's tricky.